Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day. Three things I am thankful for. I am thankful for creativity. I am thankful for comedy. And I am thankful for learning. I feel like I said those three already, but it is what it is. But anyway, quick message. I know if you saw the last one, to make sure that there's no confusion. Even though I stated that when it comes to people that decided to ignore the light within themselves to get their lives right, basically to believe, I let that to the side. However, for everyone else, I don't want y'all to sit back and think, oh my God, like I can't say this, I can't do this, I can't do that, and this and that. I want you to understand something. You're still learning. You can still believe and still make mistakes. I need to understand that. I did. I still was a believer and still made mistakes. Because even though the directions and everything is in front of you and you get visions or you get little subliminals or whatever throughout your day or life or however, sometimes we decide to try things our way. And that's okay. Just know that if you decide to go against the information or the signals and signs to help you to get to your destination, that's okay. It's life. You're still learning yourself. You're still healing through things. It's like a person with trust issues. You can believe in a person and still don't trust everyone else. You understand? So I don't want y'all to feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do it. Don't overthink it. Okay? And reason what made me come to this point is because I was playing a video game with my son. In one sense, it's like, for his age, you'll be like, well, you shouldn't allow him to play that game. But the thing about it is, as me being a mother, I express different things to my son and my other kids about what is acceptable in games, meaning like this is a game, and what you don't do in the real world and what you don't do in the spiritual world. Okay? Because I need to state the spiritual process too. So I was playing a video game. I'm not going to state the name, but I was playing a little game with him that he likes playing. And there's another video game that he plays that is like I'm going to call it what it is. It's like a horror game. It is. But I play with him because he likes playing different games. He understands. And I understand that when it comes to kids, yes, be careful what they play. Be mindful of what they watching, because if their spirit ain't connected fully yet, like they believers and they good heart spirits, but if you don't explain to them the difference between video games, the difference between movies, TV shows, music, and all of that compared to real life with real feelings, real emotions, then there's going to be a confusion there. Okay? So at that moment, I was playing a video game with him, and they was doing things in it, and I was asking myself, I had paused. I was like, is it wrong for people to still play stuff like this? And I was like, but it's not real people. It's fake. It's fake. It's not real people. It's like little blocks, or even if it different characters, it's fake. They just playing a game and it's fake. And a part of me was like, but what they're doing in it is kind of wrong, ain't it? It's kind of wrong, man. I'm sitting here like, as long as the child know it's fake, I'm not stressing it, because I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was a video. I'm gonna put it like this. It was a game, and there was shooting in it. I'm gonna put it like that. There was shooting in it, and I know you're like, but I thought you don't believe in guns and this and that on real people. I don't believe that we should be out here shooting real people. But aren't you promoting that to kids? No, I'm not. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the reasons we have problems in the world is because we are holding on to how we feel about things to the point we can't be creative and use our imaginations and our thoughts and the way we think and the way we feel and put it in a form that's safe, compared to holding that energy in and then actually go out here and do it. And if a person sit back and watch a movie, a TV, video game, or listen to lyrics and they feel like, oh, let me go out in the real world and act this out, that's their fault. You understand me? And if you get caught up in it, that's your fault because you had directions on where not to be at. That's that thing. That's that part about life happens. Okay? I don't want us to get to the point where it's like, but in order to be happy, you don't supposed to have these things. Everybody thinks differently. Some people really like dark humor but don't want to put it on somebody. So, say for example, this is where I'm getting at. Horror movies, psychological movies, dramas, stuff like that. Even some comedy movies have some things in it. You understand? And don't matter if it's a cartoon type vibe or animation vibe or real vibe. At the same time, it's one of those things of allow people to express how they feel. And if somebody feel like that they don't like it, then turn the page. Now, when it comes to kids, I'm not sitting here saying let's promote little kids out here doing these things. No, I'm not saying that. And when it comes to video games, it's up to you on what you feel like your kids can watch and stuff. They got the age restrictions. For me, there's a lot of things I'm not going to allow my kids to do that I feel like is more of an adult thing, okay? But when it comes to just playing a video game or doing something, along I know that they correct here, we good. If I start seeing something that ain't right, then we're going to shut it all down. I'm talking about in my household. You do what you need to do for your own because you're the one that has to protect your own light and to make sure that your kids understand their light that they have. So when it comes to like horrors and stuff, if I sit back and say, yeah, if you have a light, you can't watch horror movies, then I'm taking away somebody's creativity. Because at the same time with the creativity, what if there's something that was going on in their past life or their traumas or their things and they're trying to get that energy out and tell a story or tell a situation? We are all creative. We all expressing what we feel. We expressing what we see. It could be past thoughts. It could be different things. But I want y'all to be able to still be creative out here. Just don't put that energy onto someone else. Don't put that energy onto something. If y'all hear the noise in the background because a commercial is going on and I'm on my phone, so I can't turn it off. But anyway, when it comes to this process, I want you to still be creative. No different than me. I might still curse once in a while here. I'm really trying to stop. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm really trying not to do it. I'm trying not to be saying curse words and stuff like that. However, there are people that are in a light, that has their light, and still learning, that do curse. And I'm not saying curse as putting a spell or something. I'm talking about like explicit language. So if they're spiritually talking to me and I'm communicating that energy, I'm going to speak in a way where it's understanding, but there might be times where I might have to come off a little way so they can understand something. That goes for you or anyone. Shucks, I'm going to tell you right now, I even thought about getting into comedy. Like, I like joking, and I do still have some type of humor. So I'm going to say this. In all the videos y'all seen my personality. It's got me to this point, and I'm going to stick with it, okay? I will make adjustments if I feel like I need to make adjustments, but I'm going to still clown I'm going to still talk and speak the way I feel fit for me. You understand? Do that mean I'm going to be hateful? No, because I always provide light to whatever I say and do. And if you are acting up, I'm going to state that. If you're doing something, I'm going to state, and I might say in a joking way. Do that mean I'm going to say your name directly? No, but I might still joke around and say something. If you catch on, you will hear it. I'm not going to sit back and just shut you down and be like, oh my God, I can't curse. I can't do this. I can't do that. No, live your lives. Just don't disrespect someone else. That's it. I'm going to still live my life. I already told you I'm going to go from one end to the other. But I know how to express myself in a way where it doesn't harm anyone. That's the main thing, y'all. I want y'all to still be creative. I want y'all to still be able to express how you feel because life happened. It's no different than, like I was saying one time before. It's like if a person is disabled and you are the person that watching that person is disabled. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes some rough days. And sometimes you feel like giving up and you're afraid to say, man, I don't feel like doing it today. But you still do it every single day. The same way you want to express your feelings and be comfortable to express without people looking at you as a bad person, knowing you got a good heart and you just tired. I understand. You have to express yourself. You have to communicate. Does that mean taking energy out on someone? No. It's just acknowledging how you feel. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of personalities out here, and everyone look at life differently. It's no different than if a person will walk, I'm going to call it what it is. Even like people that like to walk out here looking like vampires, right? Don't mean all of them bad. Some people just like the aesthetics of it, of how it looks. If that's what they like, okay, cool. As long as they ain't disrespecting people, as long as they not being mean to people, as long as they not out here hurting. They like what they like. They interested in what they interested in. You understand? But at the same time, long they know, you know what? I know I'm interested in stuff. I like these different things. But as long as I'm not going to sit back and put that hate on someone, I'm going to continue living my life and do what's right. And if I feel like I need to change later, I'll change as I go. Do I want everybody walking around here looking like a rainbow? No. I want you to all be unique. Do I want everybody out here looking like me? No, I want y'all all to be unique. Yes, I understand that you might start off this way and you get, you adapt to certain things, but I still want you to be your own unique style. I'm not saying that you can't, learn something and try something, but I want you to be yourselves. My main focus is this. Whatever you decide to do, just make sure you can go back to the original copy, meaning the original form of who you are. You can go change your hair. You can go change your outfits or whatever. Just know that when you get bored, you know who you truly are. You understand? Loving yourself, putting that light. If you want to go out here and joke around and do your comedy skits, because that's really what it boils down to right now when it comes to comedy. And I'm going to get back to the other stuff. But when it comes to comedy, you know how like the old school, how they was vulnerable, expressing how they feel about life and different things, still talk. We all go through things. If you still cursing stuff, long you letting people know, okay, this is for adults. You understand? That's the main thing. Let people know, okay, this is an age restriction, but if your kids end up looking at it, that's on you. You're the one got to explain these things to your kids. You have to be the one that sit here and explain what they need to be understanding, understand what they're listening to, and know and know what a child lane and adult lane is. That it's up to you on how you teach your kids. Again, if your kids are into drawing different things, it might look weird now. Let them express how they feeling. Because if they are holding that in, it just turns into something darker. So don't be afraid of what they're expressing. Don't be afraid of what they're saying. Explain to them about life and explain to them that they can still be creative and go from there. And when it comes to adults, the same thing. Be creative. Express how you feel. There's something for everyone. But if I sit back and say, oh, we can't have cursing, you shutting down everything. If I sit back and say that you can't have crimes and stuff in movies and TV shows, you shutting down just about everything. If I say that certain, horror movies and stuff you can't have, you shutting down just about everything. I'm just saying don't put it on real people. You understand? Love your neighbors. All right? Love them. But enjoy the movies, enjoy the TV show, enjoy the way of expressing thought. You understand? The only time you can wear a mask is when you're acting. But when you're in the real world, there's no pretending. Be authentic. Okay? So, I think that's the best way I can explain it. And when it comes, like I said, to video games and stuff, I don't allow my son to be stuck in a lot of different things. I allow him to be creative because the thing about it is this. I know in a way of the journey, but I'm letting him figure it out. I don't want to force it on him. No different than my other kids. I don't want to force it on them. I want them to navigate along that wherever they navigate, and they got a good heart with it. So maybe they may not be on the direction that they supposed to be on. Maybe they drift off to try something different. That's fine. As long as they know the consequences behind that, when you drift off, Okay, you're going to have to go down some stumbling blocks or whatnot to learn from whatever it is. Or even if you would meet new friends, and yeah, they could be having good hearts and stuff, but doesn't mean they're the people you need to be hanging with at the present moment or time. Close the door, please, sir. Thank you. You understand? I want y'all to understand that people can still be believers, but still going down a journey. So maybe they could be a good friend. You know, let me say as adult, but maybe the person could be a good friend, but not a good husband or a good wife. You understand? Maybe they can be a good family member, but not a good business partner. You understand? Maybe they can be a good, I need to turn that back on. Thank you. Maybe they could be a good business partner, but they're not a good listener. Well, you want to have a listener, but y'all get what I'm saying. You understand? Everybody's still learning. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where everybody's kumbayaing, okay? But right now, just remember, everybody has something good and everybody has something that they need to still work on, okay? But if I sit there and shut down every single thing, then how can the people learn from the stuff that they need to work on? These things out here is to keep you from going to the dark. Remind you why you don't want to be in the dark. Remind you why you don't want to be trapped. Remind you why you don't want to be stuck. Remind you why you don't want to be confused. Why you don't want to walk in fear. These things are out here. It's all about how you look at it. So you can look at it as entertainment or you can look at it as a lesson. And again, when it comes to the kids, whatever you allow them to watch and whatever they do, along you explaining to them what's real and what's fake, that's all that matters. Don't be afraid to give them the information so they know how to handle themselves. Okay, that's the main thing. When it comes to my son, he already know not to be stuck on that type of stuff. But sometimes I allow him to voice his opinion, voice his way of thinking, even if he's playing a video game. Sometimes kids and adults voice how they feel about things or just enjoying things or just being creative, even if they ain't speaking. Does that mean he want to go out and hurt anybody? No. Because a lot of times in the game, he's just playing something where he's just paying attention to the details. Sometimes things look like a crime, but they just watching a scene, trying to understand how to save somebody before they be the person in the crime. Do you understand me? So, we learn different ways. We speak different ways. We live different ways. But as long as you keep the light, you can find a way through all of it. On that note, you have a blessed day.